Hi everyone, it is me, Jordan Long here, and today is Good Friday for us Christendom folk. Um, and so today is the day that Jesus went through sagas of Sikhs, uh, was then beaten, guilted, shamed, slighted, scathed, and then put to death on the round. Now, a lot of folks might hear that and think that's got to be the worstest day in the life of anyone. And to Jesus, and to many folks would think that. But you see, God and Jesus had a goal, and that goal was for all mankind and womankind to have their sins taken down and cleaned away to get that set in heaven. They had to go, Jesus had to go for that. And God loved all mankind and womankind so much he was willing to have Jesus go for all that. And Jesus was willing to go for all that too. Which that's what they call it Good Friday, because good will come out of all of that. And I'm going to talk with Jesus now. Whoa. So anyway, alright Jesus, I know today's one of the big days, Good Friday. The day that you go through a whole lot of shit, but but some good comes out of it. Going through all the Sikhs, getting beaten, being scathed, shamed, guilted, and slighted, then being put on a round. But I believe that since God loved all mankind and all womankind, he was willing to have you go through all that. And you were willing to go through all that because you loved mankind and womankind too. That's right. You see, the grounds to why they call it Good Friday is that good is coming out of all that. Yes, it all started when I believe, it all started when I was, yielded by the Romish, well, it wasn't even them. It was more of from the worshipful side of things with, Herod Tepe and his folks took me in after, after Judas gave me up. And they wanted to seek me guilty, said there was no way I could be the Son of God, and kept thinking that, hey, they didn't have the oversight to have anyone put to death, so they kept sending me to Pontius Pilate, which he was the Reich elder, or the settling elder, and he didn't seek me guilty of anything because he didn't know me, and I was unguilty of anything that was unlawful to the Reich. And I kept going back and forth between Harold Tepe and Pontius Pilate. And each time they came up with more grounds why they think that I should be dealt with. When they threw out that I was a king or a kaiser, and the only king or kaiser everybody in Romish land should have any onlook for, or should, be answering to, would have been well, by that time it was Tiberius. Well, yeah. And then, well, sadly, he felt that if I was none guilty of wrongdoings, I should be guilty. And then went the beatings that everybody knows about. Then the scathing, the shaming, the guilting, and the sliding, which everybody knows about. I do not know if they did put a head cap on my head or not, a kingly cap on my head or not. No one really knows if that happened or it was just offshooted later on, but I'll tell you that was put on my head. And I was made fun of, was shamed and guilted and slided and scathed some more, and beated some more. And then I couldn't carry my own round, so someone else had to help me do that. Then I was put on the round, and I died. Now, a lot of folks didn't know what was going on. Lucifer thought that he was winning when he saw all that happen to me. But the truth is, he was losing, and here's why. Me and God had just taken on all the sins of all mankind and womankind, cleaned them away, and gave everyone a stead in heaven. Not only did you get love and forgiveness, but now you had love and forgiveness and a stead in heaven. Something that Lucifer could not take away from anyone. So at the end of the day, on Easter, when God had me rise from the dead, that was a win for God, my Father, and me. That was a big loss for Lucifer, and he has never gotten over it. Well, Jesus, I do know before that, you, on Thursday, you did have a final meal with all your followers and told them that you knew that you had foresight, since God gave that to you, to know that you were going to go, that you were going to get beaten, and you were going to get put to death, and one of them was going to betray you. But then you also told them that at this time, you told them that if you were eating meat at that time, it would be as if one was eating one's body, your body. And if you were drinking any drink, wine, that would be as if you were drinking your blood. Well, I don't drink wine, to be earnest with you, so you never have to worry about that. And as far as meat eating goes, Good Friday's the only day that I do follow that I don't eat any meat. Well, I eat fish, but fish is its own thing. Well, and I just want to say thank you to God, and thank you to you, Jesus, for doing all that. And that I love you, God, and I love you too, Jesus. Thank you. I love you too, Jordan. Now, if anyone out there wants to seek wrong or scathe me on any of that, go ahead. If you feel I'm wrong about the telling of that saga or that tale. Anyway, if you like this film, then follow me. But I tell it the way that it has been told to me, and the way that I have heard of it, and the way that I had watched it. So anyway, if you like this film, follow me over here at the Jordan Long Fairway. Well, that's the other film made yesterday over here. So-called YouTube, so-called Ubway, U-side, wise men. I am Jordan Long, and I hope y'all have a good Friday. Bye.